Hello and welcome to Electric Focus, and today we're talking about home charging. So today we're looking at the OHME Home Pro home charger, and we're going to cover all the geeky stuff first. So number one, it has load balancing, which basically means it protects your fuse, so it regulates the power going into the car so that you don't overload your fuse in the house. So that's good to have. The second thing it has is what's called pen protection. What that means is that you don't need to have an earth rod installed, and that's going to save you some money. It's also going to be neater to install and easier to install as well. The next thing it has is over-the-air updates. So that's good for making sure that the product is kept up to date in technology, and also bug fixes and any software upgrades that are needed. So a bit like cars these days. The OHME is a smart charger, and what that means is it basically meets the latest government legislation, and you'll be eligible for any grants. So the OHME has an app, and that means you can set your charger remotely. It actually works over 4G rather than Wi-Fi, which is unusual because most work with Wi-Fi, but however it can have some advantages working with 4G, particularly if your charger is going to be quite a long way from your router box and you don't really want to be running a cable in to hardwire it. So sometimes it's useful to have 4G. And it comes with a 3-year warranty, so that really just gives you peace of mind to know that it's covered for at least 3 years. So let's get on to some of the other key features that stand out on the OHME charger. So the first one is its ability to link in with your energy tariff. Now it's pretty unique, this, on the OHME, and I have an OHME charger and it is one of the main reasons I got it. So it links in with your energy tariff. It also links in with your car if your car's compatible, and you do need to look at the OHME website to see if your car is compatible with that. But basically it puts all that information into the app, and it can decide when to charge your car based on the settings you put in. So for example, I just want my car to charge at the cheapest rates. I have an overnight cheap rate, which is 7.5 pence a kilowatt hour at the moment. And I can set the OHME charger to only charge when it's 7.5p. So that's really useful for me, really convenient, and I don't even have to think about it. So that's one of the really strong features about the OHME charger. Others have kind of similar functionality, but I don't think it's as good as that. So a key reason to get the OHME. Now I mentioned that I've got this charger, and I've got the original OHME charger. This is the more updated one called the OHME Pro. The main difference I can see on the features is that it's got this big LCD screen, so it's more of a wall box looking charger than the previous one, and that, if you do have an aversion to apps, means you can go outside and change all your settings on the charger face rather than having to use the app. So a little bit of an advantage if you like that sort of thing. Point to note is that the OHME charger only comes in tethered, so there's no untethered version. Personally, doesn't matter to me, I prefer tethered anyway, but if you are looking for an untethered option, you don't get that with the OHME charger. And what about the way it looks? Well, as usual, that's down to you whether you like it or not. Personally, I think it's quite a neat looking design with the quite large LCD screen. It is a bit of an upgrade from the original. And what about costs? Well, I think you need to budget for around the £1,000 mark when you consider a standard installation. But if you've got a more complicated property, you've got quite a distance from where the charger is going to be installed to where your electricity box is, then there may be some extra costs for cabling. But I'd certainly go out there, get a couple of quotes, see what you get, and certainly be looking to pay around that £1,000 plus mark. Okay, so that's a quick review of the OHME Home Pro charger. I hope that was useful. Please like and subscribe, and I'll speak to you soon.